foundation because I have been doing a lot of expensive foundations lately, and this time I am reviewing one that's a drugstore affordable foundation. I love Makeup Revolution's stick foundation. It is one of my favorites from the drugstore. I love how healthy it makes my skin look, and it's just so easy to kind of throw it on and be done with it. This is a beautiful foundation. I was very curious when they brought out this foundation. This is the large version of their concealer. Now, if you guys have heard of their concealer, it's been known to be kind of a dupe for Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I don't particularly like the concealer because it is very drying under the eyes. It is full coverage. It does dry down kind of matte. A little bit too drying under my eyes. I really have to stay away from those super matte products. I'm going to review it today and let you guys know how this performs. Now, this is $12 for the bottle and you get 0.8 ounces. So it's just under a full ounce, which isn't too bad. I mean, it's still super affordable. It comes in 24 different shades and the shade range looks really good. From light to dark, it looks like they have really good shades for really fair and for really deep skin tones, just based on what I'm seeing here on Ulta.com. Now, I ordered this from Makeup Revolution and it took a long time for it to come. And I ordered it from Makeup Revolution when it wasn't available on Ulta, and now it's available on Ulta. Some of the shades have sold out. I love Makeup Revolution, and the more products that I try from their brand, the more I love their brand. It's becoming a favorite drugstore brand of mine. I have shade F10 and shade F8. The reason why I chose these two is because F8 is for medium skin with a warm undertone. Medium 10 is for medium skin with a golden undertone. So I didn't quite know which one I was going to be. I ended up being shade F10. For reference, I am medium with neutral undertone, but during the summer, or when I'm wearing like spray tan or, you know, fake tan or whatever, I'm a little bit more on the warmer side. So sometimes I'll buy my foundations with like medium with a warm or golden undertone. So this is F10 in the liquid form. This is the F10 in the stick form. So they're pretty close. It just looks like the stick form is just a little bit off, but they are pretty close in tone, just so that you guys can see that. So the reason why I point that out is because if you guys have a stick foundation that you have found in your shade in the stick form, I think you will be able to match it in this form. So this one is F8 and this one is F10. Now you can already see that F8 was very warm. It's got a yellow undertone to it, but I felt like it was just a little bit too yellow for me right now, but this might really go pretty during the winter. But the F10 seemed to really work good with what I have going on right now. So let me give you guys a little bit of information about this foundation. It says Makeup Revolution's Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation offers lightweight yet buildable coverage in 24 skin true shades. This foundation is designed to suit every skin type and tone, with an oil-free yet creamy and comfortable formula that dries down to a long-lasting demi-matte finish. It won't settle into fine lines or cling to dry patches. Housed in a luxe glass bottle with a jumbo doe foot applicator for greater control and less waste, this foundation offers highly pigmented coverage that can be layered or diffused to suit your look. This is definitely full coverage. So a little bit goes a really long way with this foundation. So I want to show you guys the doe foot applicator. This is what it looks like. It is kind of big, but it's not like anything bad. Now, some people do not like their foundations like that. I don't mind it. Sometimes I feel like I can control how much I pull out and how much I put on versus, you know, squeezing it out or whatever. I feel like it is less waste with a doe foot applicator. Some people complain, you know, that maybe it's a little bit like for bacteria and stuff like that. But if that is the case, then we're pretty much screwed because most of the concealers that we use all have an applicator like that, and we're placing it straight onto our skin. I've never really understood the difference between the doe foot applicator on a foundation or having a doe foot applicator on your concealer. So if you guys have the answer to that, let me know in the comments down below. Let's move straight into the video. I'm gonna test out this foundation. I'm gonna wear it for as long as I can today just so that you guys can see how this performs and how it lasts throughout the day. It does claim to be long wearing. So without further ado, let's jump right into the application, and I will see you guys in my check-in. And I will see you guys in my first check-in. Okay, so I thought I pushed record and I didn't. So I went ahead and put on this. This is the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. And I put a tiny bit of my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless filter. I didn't put on as much as I normally do. I just kind of put a little bit on just to kind of give my skin a little bit of a healthy glow. That's kind of what I like to do under all of my foundations. And I don't feel like it changes the way my foundation wears throughout the day. It just gives my skin that healthy looking glow. And as you can tell, I have long nails now. I wear my nails longer in the fall and the winter, and then spring and summer I always shorten them. And so I just got them done yesterday, and I've been short. Like if you see all my previous videos, they were very short. And so trying to put on my necklaces today was completely ridiculous, and I'm so glad that nobody else was in the house. Then putting in my contacts, I had to put this one in like 4 different times because it kept folding on me and I couldn't get it to go in. It was a nightmare. So I do think I'm gonna go ahead and do F10, but I might do a few stripes of F8 right around here because it is in this form. It's a doe foot applicator. So maybe like right around this area, I'll do the lighter. It's built just like their concealer. Now I will say up front, I do not like their concealer because it is super matte. Okay, so this is F8, and I'm just gonna kind of bring this like right here in the front, kind of like you would concealer. I am totally making a mess of this, you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend this side in with this brush, but I'm gonna do it quickly because I probably shouldn't have done it all over my face like that. Oh my gosh, this is full coverage. Holy moly, you guys. This is full coverage. I did way too much. I did way too much. I might have to, this is a lot of foundation. Okay, we're gonna start over. We're just gonna start over because that was kind of a shit show and a half. Oh my gosh, that is a lot of foundation, you guys. There is no way you can use that much foundation. Holy crap. Okay, round 2, but I'm not gonna cut out that footage because I want you guys to see just how full coverage that foundation is. And we're gonna go in lightly so that you guys don't make the same mistake I did. So I'm not gonna cut that footage out, but I did go ahead. I washed my face, put my moisturizer with the sunscreen back on, put the Bobbi Brown on, put the Charlotte Tilbury back on, and we're ready to go. So I'm gonna take F10 and I'm gonna put just a few stripes, and I'll add more as I need because holy moly. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna start blending this in with this is my Morphe Y6. You guys, I just had way too much foundation. As you can see when I was brushing it out, I was like, oh, what am I gonna do with all this foundation? You don't need that much foundation. And I kind of applied it like I do my Charlotte Tilbury, but the Charlotte Tilbury a little bit comes out, so you have to go in a little bit more. And I just got a little bit carried away. It is super full coverage. I mean, you can still see my spot right there, but it's so faded, it's like barely there. Now, some people don't like the doe foot applicators. I don't mind them. I will be honest, doe foot applicators do not bother me at all. They just don't. Some people prefer, you know, not having that, and that's just, I think it's just preference. But for me, they don't bother me at all. So far, I think I prefer placing it on, brushing it out, and then going over it with a beauty blender. But, you know, that's, again, preference. And it is super full coverage. Holy moly. This is really full coverage. It does look pretty good around the face. It's very smooth. It's a matte foundation, but I wouldn't say that I feel dry at all right now. You know, maybe because I really prepped my skin good. So far, it's not settling into any of my lines around my face. You can see I have, you know, quite a bit of lines here around my face. I don't feel like it's settling in those areas at all. It looks really good and smooth along the forehead. And right around here, it looks real smooth. I kind of feel like it is kind of settling down now, and it's kind of starting to be a little bit matte, a little bit powdery. We'll see how it looks, you know, later on today, but so far I don't mind this, and I'm actually liking the way it's looking right now. And as you can see, you know, I'm looking through the monitor and it looks pretty smooth. I would say it kind of has that airbrushed look. So far I think it looks really good, you guys. This is pretty nice. So far, so good. Okay, let's go ahead and call the check-in time. It is currently It is 9:45. I'm going to go ahead, finish the rest of my makeup. I will come back right around the 2 or 3 o'clock mark, let you guys know how this is working, and then I will come back later on this evening for my final thoughts. But so far, you guys, this is looking pretty nice. So we'll see how it performs throughout the day. I will see you guys in a little bit. Okay, everyone, I am back for my first check-in. It is almost 3:30, so I've had the foundation on for just about, like, what, 6 hours now? Almost 6 hours. I think it was like 9:45 when I got done applying it. I have a lot to say about this foundation, and I really like it so far, you guys. This is kind of blowing my mind. Now, as I've stated earlier, I love the stick foundation from Makeup Revolution. It is so dewy and so hydrating and looks so healthy on the skin. On those days where you need that coverage, like this one doesn't, I wouldn't say this is a full coverage. This is more of like a medium coverage. This is more of a full coverage. I mean, you can barely see my hyperpigmentation. My forehead looks flawless. I'm saying it is flawless. I love the way my makeup looks today. It just has this healthy glow to it, but it's not too drying. It's not too matte. It's just amazing. It is a demi matte. I would say it's like a demi satin matte. But it looks so healthy and so beautiful. And right now I'm using a retinol cream. I just started, so my skin's gonna get a little bit irritated, as you will see in the coming weeks. I always start my retinol creams the end of September and the beginning of October. So you'll start to see these little bumps, like I got these. This is just how my skin reacts to retinol. I am definitely gonna wear this for at least 10 to 13 hours, depending on, you know, how my day goes. But so far, this foundation is blowing my mind. I'm gonna pull you guys closer so you guys can see how beautiful it is. But it is absolutely stunning, you guys. I am obsessed so far. We are very up close and very personal right now. As you can see, like I said, my forehead looks so amazing right now. Like, it looks amazing. Look how beautiful it looks around my textures. See all these little bumps? I get that from retinol. It just is what it is. I started my retinol last week, and you'll start seeing that I start getting these little bumps. To me, this looks better than most foundations that I have bought that are like $50 a bottle or $45 a bottle. I cannot believe I'm wearing a $12 foundation and I love it this much. But I can believe it because I love Makeup Revolution. They continue to amaze me. They are just an amazing company, amazing brand. They really work hard to bring out good products. Makeup Revolution, man, they are an amazing brand because they are proving to the world that they don't launch anything with only a few shades. They make sure that they bring out enough shades for everybody. Their makeup is amazing. This bottle is beautiful. I love the rose gold. So far, so good. So I'm gonna go ahead, jump off of here. I will come back later on this evening for my final thoughts and we'll do a final check-in. But so far, I am loving this foundation. Now, before I go, lately I've been doing this when I test out a foundation. I wear it throughout the week, and then I let you guys know in the next foundation review how if I continue to like it or dislike the foundation. Last week, I reviewed this one from Natasha Denona. This is the Face Glow Foundation. I still love this foundation, and I've been wearing it pretty much all last week. Except for one day, I didn't wear it, but I really still love it. I think it's a very beautiful foundation, and my opinion has not changed on it. If you like that glowing look, you will really like that foundation. It is more of a moussey type texture. If you guys want to see the review of it, I will put it up here in the iCards. For me, I still like the foundation. I still think it looks really pretty when I wear it. And it does give the skin kind of a nice illuminizing type look, but not like the one from It Cosmetics. I don't like it too illuminizing. So it's kind of the same thing as the Do You from Too Faced. Now, if I had to pick between those two, gosh, I think I might do this one just because this one is more full coverage, but they kind of have the same type of look by the end of the day. This one breaks apart very naturally and you can't really see it sitting on the skin. Both of them are really pretty foundations. This one's just full coverage and this one's more of a medium coverage, but I'm still so far loving it. It's a nice foundation, and if you guys have been interested in it, I highly, highly recommend getting a sample sample of it. I'm gonna go run some errands, make dinner for my family, and then I will come back later on this evening to give you guys my final thoughts on this foundation. So I will see you guys in a little bit. Okay, you guys, I am back. Actually, this is my second time recording this tonight. So I just lost all the footage that I recorded today. That is because my memory chip broke in between transit. Fortunately, I had already pretty much edited the entire video except for the final footage. So I have the footage from earlier today, applying this foundation, checking in on all of that. The only thing that I lost from this video was the final check-in. So I come down here, I recorded the final check-in, I put the memory card in my pocket, went upstairs and went to put it in my computer, and it was broke. So, but life could be worse. I'm not going to worry about it. Anyways, so that is the kind of night I'm having. However, my foundation looks amazing. So the final check-in time is 11:30. So I've almost had the foundation on for 14 hours. This foundation looks stunning on the skin. Now, of course, I've lost the coverage around my face. Still looks flawless everywhere else. It's great over texture. It's great over pores. It's great over wrinkles. I am blown away by this. This foundation is the best foundation at the drugstore that I have tried so far. Now, I do still love their stick formula. This one, man, I didn't know that. I just did not think I was gonna love this foundation because I was afraid it was gonna be like the concealer. The concealer is so matte and so drying that I was just really afraid that this was going to be that way, and it's not. A 5 out of a 5, 10 out of a 10. It is beautiful. Now, if you're dry skin, if you prep your skin good, like I don't even feel like this is drying. I don't feel like this is mattifying. This is a demi matte. It's not going to be drying on the skin. As long as you prep it with a good hydrating product underneath it, I think you'll be fine. For those of you that are combo and oily, I think you'll be fine too. Prepping your skin with a mattifying primer, you know, I just don't think you're gonna go wrong with this foundation. Now, it's allowed my oils to come through, but if I didn't prep with some of those hydrating products, it might not be this dewy. It's not that it's dewy, it just looks natural. It doesn't look like I have makeup on my skin. It doesn't break apart. It lays beautiful over texture, over wrinkles. This has completely blown my mind. $12. This is, you're gonna see me using this all the time. This is a nice, beautiful, gorgeous foundation. Okay, so we're up close and personal. Check out my forehead. It still looks flawless. It still looks beautiful, like I applied it 2 hours ago. Right around here, it still looks amazing, and it's allowed my skin to look fresh and healthy, but I haven't lost the coverage, and it hasn't broken apart. It hasn't pulled away from the skin, nothing. Now, I do have a pimple forming right here. As soon as I wipe my makeup off, I'm gonna do a mask, but I have a pimple forming here, and you can see it still looks really nice around here. Right around my nose area, it still looks amazing, which is where I have the most problem. This is kind of where my makeup starts to break apart, is right here. And this still looks beautiful. I cannot believe how pretty this foundation is. I'm blown away. So far, I'm obsessed. But as always, next Friday, I will let you guys know if I'm still loving it. Also, next Friday, I am going to be reviewing the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Foundation. Since Charlotte Tilbury launched at Sephora, you guys have been blowing up my DMs on Instagram, asking me if I would review this foundation. This is a flawless, poreless, youthful looking everyday skin foundation. So I'm excited to test this one out. But next Friday, I will let you guys know if I'm still loving this foundation. I'm gonna wear it all throughout the week. I'm gonna wear it with different primers and kind of play around with it. But yeah, today this foundation blew my mind. So that is what I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to come right back here tomorrow. I love you guys so much, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day filled with love, happiness, and joy. I love you guys so much. Bye.